Well, as always, I am so happy to have this beautiful girl on Pure Country, Tenille Townes. How are you?
I am so good. How are you? It's
I'm
always
good. I just
my
want to go
friend.
through all of our old interviews, and I swear, like the beginning of every interview, both of us are just like,
I know. That would be a good collage, a little
yeah, it's
montage.
always
Yeah.
so nice to see you. And I just want to congratulate you on this new song. I've been listening to it on repeat. I've been watching people make videos with this
Oh, thank
song on
you.
social media, and I've loved and listened to your music forever. And I just feel like this is such a really special step in your musical career.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that so much. It's been just amazing seeing people sharing the song and feeling comfort by it. It's like that was my mission in being able to put this song out. It's definitely a message to me that brings comfort my way. It was when I wrote it. It was like, oh man, I wrote it thinking it was about being there for somebody and being like, I'll take you as you are and I'm here for you and I love you no matter what. And although that message is true, there's like another layer that's like, oh wow, I think I wrote this because it's what I want to hear when I'm having a hard time letting somebody in. And like being noticing that felt really good and being able to share that and feel like those kind of emotions are floating around everywhere with this song is just it's really cool. And sonically it's something a little bit different for me and it means a lot that people are like wrapping their arms around it and coming with me on the next part of this adventure. So
It's so good. And it does do that. Like when I listen to it, I think of the people in my life who I'm like, I know you're struggling right now, but I want to be there for you. And then I remember in moments where I was struggling and I'm listening to it going, man, like I was actually looking for that feeling from the people around me. And it's
yes.
amazing that you were able to capture that so that it really is like such a relatable song to anyone, no matter where you are at in your life. You don't have to be at a stage where you're like looking for a relationship or what, it's just in every facet of your life. And I think you have such a knack for making people kind of sit down and really listen and self-reflect in their like thoughts when they listen to your lyrics. But it really is kind of like a therapy session for you when you're doing songs like this, right? Like, is that what it is?
It is. It absolutely is. It's like anchored and created in that space that's like, okay, I'm kind of having a hard time right now. And like, what always helps me is picking up a guitar and just talking about it and writing about it. And so if it comes from that place, I hope that it just keeps going as people hear it, that it carries through. But it is very therapeutic to me to be able to be honest with what is going on in my life in a song and to know that somebody else has felt the same way is just still mind blowing to me. It's the best part of music. It's so awesome.
Do you feel that way? Like, when you have something difficult that you want to talk to someone about or you're struck like you're feeling internally, and then when you finally talk about it, like
Yeah.
people say this about therapy, you always feel so much better. Do you feel kind of that weight off your shoulders when you write a song like this and then you release it and you're like, oh, thank goodness
Oh
I
yes.
got that out?
Yes, it's totally like it's a release of a song, but it's like a release
Yeah.
of something inside. Absolutely. I feel that. And sometimes too, it's like to me, it's hard to have like a conversation to talk about emotions, but somehow can sing about it. And it's like, oh, there it is. That's what I've been wanting to say.
Yes.
So,
Tennille's like, hey, I have something to tell you. Grabs her guitar. She's like, I don't know how to say it, but I'm gonna sing it for you.
but I'll just sing it for you. It'll be great. Yeah.
That's hilarious. And cool too. Like I know you've had such a team that's been a part of your career forever and working with a new producer. Is that Ryan Hadlock?
Yeah, that's right. And it was a whole journey. I was trying a bunch of different things and I ended up taking this trip outside of Seattle
So cool.
to work with Ryan in this studio that's like in a tree house in the middle of the Washington forest. And it was awesome. I spent 10 days there and I kind of went a little insane in moments. It felt like I was there for like a year and a half. But like it was a true isolation and like creative focus and just was fun to try something like sonically that had a little bit more room in it, not trying to sound like anything. It just was the song and there's more space around it and you can feel the room in the recording and I love that very much. So I'm really happy with how it turned out.
And something that I feel like you need to know is so incredibly important and special is that and not to say anybody's doing wrong with the musical sound that they're chasing, but something that I've loved about your music for so long is that you've never ever made yourself fit into a box.
Thank
You've
you.
just been like, this is who I am, this is the music I want to make, and here it is. And I think it's kind of like the Casey Musgraves
Yeah.
world of music where you're just like, my music is for everyone. And I think this song really shows that you are like, wherever you are in your life, treehouse in the city, this is for you. So it's
That's so nice. That kind of makes me
special.
want to cry, honestly. Thank you for saying that.
You're very, very special, special human being. Especially because you are someone who dedicates a lot of your time to other people. And you put on this event every year. And I always, every time I look at the total money you raise every year, I'm just like, dang, girl. So $418,000 you raised this year for the Big Hearts for Big Kids benefit. And it's the 13th year.
Yeah, I can't believe that sentence, all encompassing, but I
Woo!
can't. It's crazy. We've been doing it for that many years. And the fact that everybody keeps showing up in the most generous, incredible way is so awesome to me. I'm so proud of my community in Grand Prairie. And they've just recently opened a brand new youth shelter that they've been working on for 10 years. That's, expanded their capacity like 3 times. So they'll be able to be keeping those doors open for kids for a long time from now, which is so special. So I'm really, really glad we got to go back for the another event, and it was amazing seeing everybody show up, putting their hands up in the auctions, and I just stand there. I'm like, what? You people are crazy. This is amazing. So it was awesome.
That's so cool. And something that I feel like you and I always tend to talk around this time of year when International Women's Day and Women's History Month is coming up, and you are obviously a force as far as women go in country music and in music. Um, how important do you think it was for you when you were growing up to hear powerful women who were sharing their stories on radio? And
Mm.
how much did that help shape you and kind of direct you that like this is where you wanted to end up?
Oh, immensely. I mean, I feel like when you hear someone else doing it or see them doing it, it's like, oh, it's possible. And suddenly this thing that just seems like a far off, far-fetched dream is like more tangible because there's evidence in front of you. It's like, my gosh, watching Shania Twain, Carolyn Dawn Johnson, Terry Clark, Patricia Conroy, hearing all these like iconic voices of people in Canada who were making a path of their own and doing the thing, that's very much fuel in my tank that was like, oh, I'm going to do this too. So I love getting to celebrate International Women's Day and thinking about the impact of the women in our lives who have just kind of pushed past any ceilings that show up in the way and figure out how to do the work and make the dream happen. So
Now, how does it feel turning it around? I don't know if you realize this, but to now have you being that woman that is inspiring a younger generation. And I'm sure you see it at your shows, the young girls in the crowd and the young women out there. Is that crazy to you? Has that sunk
Oh,
in
yeah.
that you're
I
that
mean,
person?
it's crazy and very overwhelming to think about that, honestly, but it's an honor to carry forward the fire that those women have lit in me and to be a part of the torch that carries it going to the next little dreamers down the line. So that's the greatest honor to me to think that to be a part of that story like that. And I hope people singing along to my songs. I love it. I love seeing them at the shows. It's my favorite thing when their faces are lit up and they're just like screaming the song. It's like, I am still you. I feel the same way. I did this. And I love seeing the circle keep going. It's awesome.
So cool. Okay, last thing before we go, is that your vision board behind you?
Oh, yes. It's so yeah, I've got a vision board and then my like little encouragement board where I just put a bunch of notes that people have sent me.
Okay, what's the thing when you look at your vision board that you've created? What's the thing that maybe sticks out to you the most that you keep kind of honing in on and you're like, we got to do this. We're
Well,
gonna work towards it.
I do have the picture of Shania that when she pulled me up on stage at 9 years old. So we're talking about little dreamers out there. It's like that's always the one that catches me at the forefront. It's like, right, this is what we're doing. We're keeping the tradition going, paying it forward. But there's also a picture of a tour bus on there that I'd really love to work towards. So we're rocking the van life and touring around right now and having a great time. But that's something we're dreaming for.
I love that. Well, hey, I love what you're doing with the crew 2.0. And really,
Yes,
like, your fans are driving that van with you and keeping
they
you on
are.
the road. So I think everyone, if you have not gone to check out Tenille's crew, you need to go check it out because it is so.
Yes, thank you for saying that. You can come be a part of it, and there's like different levels that you can pick, but one of them is we're just gonna write your name on a trailer that runs
Yeah,
to from show to show with us, and so you'll be right there with us in the crew. But yeah, it's a really awesome community. I love. It's been really exciting launching that. So thanks for saying that.
of course. Yeah, I thought that was so cool. I'm like, I can't wait to be driving down the road one day and just see this van with all these names on a trailer, and I'll be like, that's Tenille Townes.
Yeah, let's go.
So awesome. Well, I cannot wait to hear more of this new music. As You Are from Tenille Townes is out now, and she'll be out all across the world this year. So make sure you guys go check it out. You'll be coming to Canada, right?
Yes. So we've got The Thing That Brought Me Here is a brand new song that's out today. It's a song I wrote about my truck that drove me 47 hours all the way from Grande Prairie, Alberta to Nashville, Tennessee. It's still what I'm driving right now. It's definitely beat up and is
I've seen
breaking
that
down.
truck.
Yeah, you have. The check engine light's been decorating the dash. It's a whole thing, but I had to write a song about it so this truck could live on. And I'm so happy this song is out there in the world today. And we've got a tour that we're launching across all of Canada. So I'm so pumped. We're going to the East Coast. We're going all the way west. I'm going to be
Yes.
playing the arena in my hometown. I'm so excited. So The Thing That Brought Me Here tour, we're coming in the fall. So the pre-sales are launched today. You can check it out and come see us on the road.
Awesome. Well, yay. Thanks for sharing this fun
Great, great.
announcement with us. That's awesome. Well, I know Canadian fans, every time I see you post everything that you're sharing about being on tour, they're like, when is Canada happening? So Tenille would never, ever leave out Canada. Come on.
No, it's
Not a chance.
literally, I'm so excited. It's the thing I'm looking forward to the most this year is being able to come home on that tour and see everybody at these shows. We're playing some of my favorite venues. We're playing some new venues that are bigger than we've ever played, and I'm so excited.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, the thing I'm looking forward to the most is getting to give you a hug sometime soon.
I
So
know you too, and Lincoln and everybody, please just pass on all my love.
I will for sure. Well, congrats on everything, girl. I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you, proud to know you. Tenille Townes on Pure Country.